Hey, Chris Bedford and Dave Marcus coming to you here from Pennsylvania with the Federalist, where we are wrapping up our last reporting trip, most likely before the election, trying to figure out in this last of the Rust Belt states that the Federalist has been to where things are going. We've gone up to Luzerne County, a place that voted for Barack Obama, a Democratic, traditionally, historically cold town up closer to New York in the Northeast. They went by 19 points for President Donald Trump. And then we went down further south to Northampton, a place that's more of a steel town, famous for Bethlehem steel, although a large county, to talk to voters there. And now we're over at Lancaster. So what have we seen, Dave?
Well, I think what we've seen is a gap between enthusiasm, clearly, has been reflected in national polls, where the president has vastly more enthusiasm, not just yard signs, but big flags. I mean, like Christmas displays in houses, people who are absolutely nuts about him.
There are more homemade arts and crafts
Yes.
than I've seen for any presidential candidate since you see those like Smithsonian exhibits of the 1920s and the teens, when people had a lot of that stuff. I mean, paper mache, giant flags,
Yep.
Hair, different kinds of costumes like that.
But
It's
but
wild.
on the flip side, most of the people that we spoke to, even the Republicans, said that the Democrats have a much better organization this time around than they did in 2016. So it's a little difficult to know whether that translates into votes. They're clearly going after suburban white women. Seems like that's working, and it seems like sorry, it seems like the way the GOP is going to try to confront that is by bringing out more rural voters, and they've been able to register a lot of rural voters. So their challenge is going to be is going to be getting those people out.
This state is really tight. We've seen that for sure. There are a lot of people who we've spoken to in these counties specifically that they voted Democrat. They've always voted Democrat if they've really voted. Their grandparents voted Democrat. They're Democrats. But they're also struggling with, well, we're a Catholic, pro-life, working-class Democrat, and we don't really know what our party is. A guy we were talking to last night in Bethlehem, Ivan, he works at an Irish bar, he said that his wife asked him, it sounds like you're going over to the other side. He said, I don't really know what my side is anymore. And we've seen that a lot. It absolutely could go both ways. There's a lot of solid organization from years and years and years of groundwork from the Democrats, but it's not necessarily translating into voter door knocking, because the Democrats have had to pay homage to this COVID idea and safety, and the thing that's kind of bringing over the Republican suburban women and having them defect. In order to do that, they can't really have that kind of organized campaign where everyone's out there with a union. It was surreal to see the union structure that's so incredible at turning out voters for the Democratic Party in the past instead be a couple of people shining a light in the side of a building on an empty street like we saw.
It was very strange that they were projecting Biden-Harris on the side of this building in Public Square in Wilkes-Barre, but there was no one there. It really was kind of like a microcosm of the Biden campaign. But like Chris said, it's very close. With so much mail-in balloting and in new ways, it's possible that we won't know what happened in Pennsylvania for some time. It's also possible we'll know on election night. So 5 days from now, I guess we'll get our answer, or we won't.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll have stories coming to you with the Federalist shortly, and a podcast as well. And we'll see you on Tuesday.